Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Exactly. If this video comes out a bit later than usual, I am sorry. It's just I tried to record this many times. I don't know what to say about this. I can't get my thoughts together on this trade that just went down. So I decided that for now, I'm just gonna tell it how it is without giving too much on what I think this means for my Detroit Pistons. But that being said, I just want it to be known that I am very excited about this trade. As a Pistons fan, I am very happy with this trade. We just got a great player who really embodies what the Pistons organization throughout the years has stood for. He's a defender, a hard-working guy, and a team player. Really couldn't ask for a better person to get than Avery Bradley. That being said, I really can't give my opinion on what's going on without knowing exactly what is going on within the organization. So here are the facts. The Detroit Pistons and the Boston Celtics just agreed on a trade to send Avery Bradley as well as a second-round 2019 draft pick to Detroit for Marcus Morris. Real quick, I just want to say that the Pistons basically got Avery Bradley for free since we traded away a 2020 second-round pick to Phoenix for Marcus Morris a couple years back, and now we just traded Marcus Morris for Avery Bradley and a second-round pick, so that's always a good thing. Other than that, this was a trade that pretty much blindsided the entire NBA, and I know I didn't wake up expecting anything like this to happen. For Celtics fans, I know it's gonna be hard to see Bradley go, but this was a move that they had to make. Both Avery and Isaiah are both gonna be free agents next year, and they can't afford to keep both of them on their roster. And since they knew they weren't going to be able to pay Bradley, it made all the sense in the world to trade him. And in this trade, they also shed a little bit of salary, since Avery Bradley will be making $8 million this year, while Morris will only be making $5 million, so there's like $3 million saved right there. And on top of that, Morris also gives them some more flexibility to trade away Jay Crowder in the sign and trade to the Utah Jazz for Gordon Hayward, like they are expected to do. So he's a guy that can come in and fill in the hole that Jay Crowder left, which is also a good thing. Coming from a Pistons fan, you guys are getting a quality player in Marcus Morris. You guys will love him. So while it might suck for Celtics fans to see Bradley go, it was something that was going to happen sooner or later, and why not get something for him? For the Pistons though, this could mean a lot of things, and I'm not sure what it means. But not too long after this trade went down, the Pistons decided to renounce their rights to KCP, meaning that he is now an unrestricted free agent and can sign anywhere he wants. So he won't be a Piston again, which is fine. I mean, I like KCP as a player, but I don't think he was worth the amount of money the Pistons were going to have to pay to keep him. You're going to see a team like the Nets offer him a max contract. So if the Pistons wanted to keep him, they would also have to throw a max contract his way, which would kind of screw us financially in the future. So in this way, we get Avery Bradley, who is a better player than KCP. He's like an upgraded version of KCP, and we save a lot of money at the same time. But that being said, Avery Bradley once again will be a free agent next year, meaning that he can just walk away for free. And overall, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like this trade was just the beginning for the Pistons, because right now it seems like they're banking it all on their ability to re-sign Bradley in the future going forward, when that's not something that I think they should bet on, because who knows what Avery Bradley's intentions are heading into the summer. I'm sure they would like to keep him, but have a plan in case they don't, and they're gonna make more moves according to that plan. So until I see what else goes down, that's all I can really say on this trade. It was a crazy trade. Which leads us right into this. Right after the Pistons made KCP an unrestricted free agent, the Los Angeles Lakers swooped in and have reported interest in signing Kentavious Caldwell Pope to a one-year balloon type contract. Basically what that means is something similar to what JJ Redick got with the Sixers this year. Redick got a one-year deal worth $23 million. That's pretty much the same thing the Lakers are looking to do with Kentavious Caldwell Pope, because while they do like KCP, they're not willing to commit to him long-term, commit a lot of their cap space to him long-term, when they want what's available next year in free agency, if you catch my drift. Then again, you also have teams like the Brooklyn Nets, who I'm sure will make KCP an offer after the Wizards match the offer they made for Otto Porter Jr. like they are expected to. So once that clears up, they will go all in for KCP and offer him probably a 4-year deal worth close to $100 million. And by the way, the Nets really came up this summer. First off, they got D'Angelo Russell, and now it looks like they might be able to get KCP too. So some ridiculous story came out the other day about the possibility of Giannis Antetokounmpo leaving the Bucks in a few years, and that other teams are already bracing themselves for the summer that Giannis will hit free agency, trying to make sure they are attracted to him as a team, that they have the right pieces to lure him in. And when I saw that article, I thought it was one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. That is so far down the road, it's not even worth thinking about. Plus, we have never seen any indication that Giannis is thinking about leaving the Bucks at all. And Giannis kind of shut this whole story down yesterday with a single tweet, and he tweeted out this: I got loyalty inside my DNA. That must be a really reassuring tweet for all Bucks fans out there. But at the same time, though, we've seen plenty of NBA players who tweet out something, but then their actions don't match what they tweeted out in the future. It's worth noting though, and this isn't me stereotyping or anything, it just is what it is, that I have noticed some of the most loyal players the NBA has ever seen are players that come from overseas, and since Giannis is from Greece, that could bode well for Bucks fans. Speaking of international players being some of the most loyal, take a look at this man. This is the textbook definition of being loyal. Some people might even say Dirk Nowitzki is being a bit too loyal here. Check this out. Dirk, earlier this summer, opted out of making $25 million next year, which would have been the final year of his 2-year, $50 million contract. When he did that, we all knew it was going to be so he could take a pay cut so the Mavericks could afford to bring in some more free agents this summer. However, I don't think any of us had this big of a pay cut in mind when the news broke. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks have just agreed to a 2-year, $10 million contract. Not $10 million per year. No, 2 years, $10 million. $5 million per year. That is 1/5 of what he was set to make next year had he not chosen to opt out of making $25 million with the Mavericks. That is just beyond loyal. That, I don't even know if you can call that loyalty. That's kind of that's borderline freaking insanity, but I can respect it. And it's not even like at this point of his career he can't produce anymore. I mean, he put up 14 points and 6 rebounds per game last year. You've seen a lot of players this offseason make a lot more than that who have produced a lot less than that. It's crazy. And not to mention, at this point of his career, most players like Dirk Nowitzki, all-time greats who have played their entire career with just one organization, often look to get one last fat check out of the organization that they play for, kind of like a thank you from the organization for their services. We saw with Kobe and the Lakers when Kobe got that $50 million over 2 years. We saw Dwayne Wade trying to do it with the Heat last summer, but Pat Riley wasn't playing that game, and we all know how that turned out. But then Dirk Nowitzki completely flipped the script, and for his last contract, he took a massive pay cut. And if you don't respect Dirk Nowitzki, then I don't even know how you can call yourself a true fan of the game. The San Antonio Spurs finally made a move this summer, and it's a move that none of us saw coming. Really, how many of you guys saw Rudy Gay, of all people, signing with the Spurs? I know I didn't. But then again, after they missed out on players like Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry and all those other point guards, you know, Derrick Rose is still out there, maybe they can still get him, but who knows. Some Spurs fans were kind of growing restless and waiting for their team to make a move, even though I don't think this is the move they had in mind. But you know, they got Rudy Gay for an extreme discount, 2 years, $18 million. So this is a very high reward, low risk type of move. But I'm just gonna say, Rudy Gay doesn't seem like the typical San Antonio Spurs player. Since throughout his entire career, he has been more of a give me the ball, I'm gonna go get my buckets, I don't care how the team does type of guy. But we all know that now under Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, that for sure is not about to fly anymore. And I might not see how this could work out right now. This is one of those things we'll have to wait until the season to see how it's going to play out. Now with all that out the way, it's time for the question of the day, and I'm going to read every last single one of your answers for this one. What on earth do you think the Pistons are going to do now? I mean, they could really do so much at this point, but I just have no idea what they are going to do, so that's why I want to hear what you guys think they are going to do. Let me know down in the comment section below. But now let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday we talked about the biggest winners and the biggest losers of free agency, and I asked you guys who your biggest winner and who your biggest loser was, and here's what you guys said. Biggest winner is OKC because they actually got Paul George for Serge Ibaka, and biggest loser is the Utah Jazz because they were trying so hard to resign Gordon Hayward. They even signed Ricky Rubio because they wanted to play with him, but in the end he left for nothing. Question of the day: the biggest loser in free agency is the Eastern Conference. The Knicks are a big winner. They haven't done anything stupid like last offseason. They're not calling themselves a super team. They got rid of Phil Jackson and got Carmelo Anthony to waive his no trade clause for a couple of teams. Yeah, high key, the Knicks have had a pretty good offseason even though they've done nothing at all. But now for real, the Golden State Warriors and the Oklahoma City Thunder have both had amazing offseasons so far. You know, the Jazz kind of sucks to be them right now, and the Cavaliers just need to start doing something. Like I said though, don't forget to leave your answer for today's question of the day down in the comment section below. But other than that, thank you once again for watching the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team ICC, and I'm out of here.